Hari Om. So today we are going to practice Bhastrika pranayama. Bhastrika pranayama is a very powerful type of pranayama, kumbhak, mentioned in Hatha Yoga tradition. Especially the Bhastrika pranayama is known to awaken the Kundalini energy. It increases the vitality, increases the pranic energy. It's re-energizing pranayama for the body and mind. The Hatha Yoga traditions have stated that the Bhastrika pranayama is destroyer of all the diseases, but it's a very strong pranayama. So we need to understand this pranayama a bit more, how to do it. So in this pranayama, you operate your lungs like bellows. And how do you operate your lungs? Using your diaphragm. So when you inhale, the diaphragm goes down, expanding the lungs. And then when you exhale, the diaphragm goes up, the abdomen goes in, the chest contracts, and the air is thrown out. So when you make this movement faster, what do you mean by faster? Generally we inhale 15 to 18 times in a minute. In Bhastrika pranayama, you inhale and exhale. So inhale, exhale 1. So instead of 15 to 18, you do that up to 100 or even 120 or 130 rounds per minute. So it's certainly hyperventilation. Now what does it do? A very strong movement of diaphragm and chest, improving the oxygen concentration in your blood. At the same time, reducing the carbon dioxides, washing off many of the toxins because of this hyperventilation practice. Naturally, it's a very good massage for your abdominal organs, for the diaphragm, for the lungs, and it does have a strengthening effect on all the internal organs. Also, this is a very powerful pranayama to increase the heat in your body, and it's a dynamic practice that reduces the fats or that burns the fats in your body. So we can imagine this as a cardio, but not actually doing any movements. Also, this Bhastrika pranayama speeds up our metabolism. It tones the digestive system, improving the digestive function. And the movements are so strong that even the lower abdomen, where your reproductive glands are located, are influenced. The adrenal gland is influenced. The thyroid is also influenced. In a positive way, of course. The Kapha, Pitta and Vata dosha are balanced as per the Hatha Yoga texts using this pranayama. Also, it stimulates your nervous system in a very positive way. So, this pranayama is actually very good for so many of our problems. Now, how to do this pranayama? So, the pranayama is actually a combination of two things. One is fast breathing, followed, so one round of fast breathing, say maybe 30 fast breaths, followed by one right nostril breath, that is Surya Bhedan. So inhaling through the right nostril and exhaling through left or right. Exhalation is not as important as the inhalation through right nostril in Surya Bhedan. So again I'll say 30 fast breaths followed by one breath right nostril inhalation, exhalation may be left or right. So this is one round of Bhastrika pranayama. So likewise, when you start practicing, you can go up to 5 to 10 rounds. You need to go slow. You can't just suddenly increase the rounds because of certain precautions and certain contraindications. And what are these contraindications? A first important contraindication is any problem with the nervous system, may it be vertigo, if someone has had a stroke in the past, or some other neurodegenerative disorders, one should not practice this pranayama, as it puts a lot of stress on the nervous system. Also, high blood pressure, heart diseases, any surgeries in abdominal region or chest, this pranayama should be avoided. Menstruation, pregnancy, this pranayama should be avoided as it increases the heat in the body. One can even have problems related to heat. So one needs to be very careful. It can increase the acidity as well. So I'm going to show you one round and then we are going to practice this pranayama. So sitting upright, hands in dhyana mudra, rolling back the shoulders, opening the chest. Long inhale. You cannot suddenly start the fast breath at high speed. You have to increase the speed gradually. So say inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, in, out, in, out, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Normal breathing. Close the left nostril, open the right and inhale through right. Long deep inhalation through right. Close the right, open the left, exhale through left. Long deep exhalation and relax. Relax, normal breathing. So this is one round of Bhastrika pranayama. We are going to practice 5 rounds. So I'm going to give you instructions. One more thing that you can remember, if fast breathing sometimes for some people can make you feel dizzy quickly, in that case, you can also replace the fast breathing with Kapalbhati. Say 30 rounds of Kapalbhati, followed by 1 right nostril inhalation. That is 1 round of Bhastrika. If the Kapalbhati is also making you dizzy, then there is one way. So after you finish 1 round of Bhastrika, you can take a long deep inhalation and just hold the breath for maybe 10 seconds. And then the dizziness will go away. Why you feel dizzy? Because of this hyperventilation, the carbon dioxide levels in your body fall, in your blood go down. And because of that, the blood vessels, they constrict, because the blood vessel diameter is dependent on carbon dioxide levels in our blood. And when these blood vessels constrict in the brain, the blood flow to the brain can be influenced, making you feel dizzy. If you feel like that, just take a couple of normal breaths or hold the breath for about 5 to 10 seconds and you will be perfectly fine. So get ready, sitting upright, roll back your shoulders, open the chest nicely, close your eyes. I'm leading you 5 rounds of Bhastrika pranayam. We are doing fast breathing, but if you want, you can also do the Kapalbhati instead of fast breathing. So starting, long inhalation, long exhale. Inhale, exhale, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Close the left nostril, open the right, start inhaling through right. Long, deep inhalation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Close the right, open the left. Exhale, 10 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Next round. Long inhalation, long exhalation. Inhale, exhale. In, out, 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 in, out. Close the left nostril, long deep inhalation through right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale through left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Get ready for the third round. Long inhalation and exhale fully. Inhale, exhale. In, out, 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 in, out. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Close the left nostril, open the right. Inhale through right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fourth round. Inhale left. Exhale. Inhale both nostrils. Exhale both nostrils. In, out, 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 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Close the left, open the right, inhale through right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last round. Inhale, exhale, in, out, 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 in, out. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Close the left, inhale through right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Normal breathing. You may notice that both of your nostrils may have opened up. It does bring balance to your left and right nostril. When both nostrils are open, the both hemispheres of our brain are active. This is a very important benefit of Bhastrika pranayama, which you can also get in Nadi Shuddhi pranayama, alternate nostril breathing. So this is about Bhastrika pranayama. I hope you will read more about it and incorporate this pranayama in your daily practice, starting with small 5 rounds and then gradually increasing it after a couple of months, maybe making it up to 10 minutes. So I'm going to stop here. Hari Om.